Nobody can kill the A10 Warthog, not even the US Air Force. In 2020, the US Air Force wanted to start retiring 44 of its 281 A10 Warthog airplanes, but Congress didn't agree. The Warthogs are just too popular, and you'll see why. Built during the Cold War, the A-10 Warthog was designed to attack Soviet tank columns in case they streamed into Western Europe. The Warthog was a low-flying tank killer. But how would the Warthog exactly do that? Well, with the help of one of the most powerful aircraft cannons ever flown, the 7-barrel, 30mm Gatling-style autocannon. This cannon was so pivotal for the A-10 that its fuselage was designed around it. A-10's cannon can fire large, armor-piercing, incendiary rounds weighing up to 1.6 pounds or uranium-depleted 0.96-pound API shells with a firing rate of 3,900 rounds per minute, and the Warthog fires them pretty effectively. While in flight, the gun is accurate enough to put 80% of its shots within a 40-foot diameter circle from 4,000 feet away. This may look like the A-10 breaking the sound barrier, but that's actually what it looks like when the cannon fires. One can just imagine how the recoil from firing that many rounds of large-caliber shells could easily push the airplane off target. To deal with that challenge, the weapon itself is mounted laterally off-center, slightly to the port side of the fuselage center line in a way that the firing barrel lies directly on the aircraft's center line and also below the aircraft's center of gravity. This setup centers the recoil forces accurately, which prevents any changes in the aircraft pitch or yaw when it fires its cannon. You may be wondering, how does loading that 30mm cannon look like? It looks like this, and kinda satisfactory to watch. The magazine can hold 1,174 rounds, although 1,150 is a typical loadout. The A-10 Warthog can also take a punch. The cockpit and parts of the flight control system are protected by 1,200 pounds of titanium aircraft armor, referred to as the bathtub, which makes up almost 6% of the aircraft's empty weight. The armor enables Warthog to absorb a significant amount of damage and still continue flying. We're talking taking hits from 23mm and even some strikes from 57mm rounds. The cockpit has a large bulletproof bubble canopy, which provides good all-round vision. The A-10s are also known for their distinct shark face nose art. Not all the A-10s get the nose art, but for the ones that do, it's the last step in maintenance before the aircraft is delivered to flight test and back to the unit. Needless to say, the nose art looks cool or scary, depending on which side you are. Now, there is a lot more to the mighty Warthog, but retirement is not a question of if, it's a question of when. But for now, the shark-faced Warthog will continue roaming the skies.